Okay, 45:15. Focus for today, this very special festive day, is the answer to chess. And we're just going to take our time and we're just going to have some fun with the game. But along the way, we want to try and consolidate what we've been practicing and have a look at the general themes that are concerning us, things that make us happy in this world of chess. And they're going to go for the fried, aren't they? We may have done something wrong, so we may have to do this. Yeah, we did something wrong, didn't we? So appreciate I've done something wrong. Give him loads of pawns. Yep, so he's going to take that as well. Let's just go here. And they've gone back. Interesting times. I'm going to take this pawn then. Ugly start this is not the way we play, and we're enjoying the fact that they're going backwards, which is surprising. So we'll just bring the bishop here and attack the pawn, but it's just developing so that we can get castled. So narration mode is one key thing that bothers me and bugs me all the time, you know, talking while you're playing. Don't put that much concentration in per se, you're just wanting to get out your verbalizations, but along the way you're making errors. So I think what we're going to do is take the knight and just keep it simple, and I'm just going to take the pawn, develops the bishop, maybe the take with the pawn because the rook's going to be having a half open file. I'm going to castle into the trouble. We know about the strengths of the half open files with the rooks, so they'll maybe looking to castle on the queen side. But we do have pieces that are ready to start rocking and rolling around this area, so then it might slow them down a bit. Oh my gosh. There aren't any other pieces that can come and put a check on. Now it is a fully open file. Our king really doesn't have a castle per se. Do we have to be careful? We mentioned having these type things already in preparation, but do they escape? I don't know if that was a bit... He's still carrying on. So they're giving up pieces. We're going to attack the king while we can. And then get this here. Not checkmate type thing, but it's following the lines that we'd seen earlier on. So I will just bring this here. Don't need to overthink that bit. Obviously here. But we can't come and put a check on with the queen. Can take with the knights, which gives this. And it allows the queen to come here. So don't overthink it too much, because these pieces aren't out. What is the bishop doing? It's blocking. Oh, blocking that position. But we can go here like we said. And then bishop, bishop should be okay, shouldn't it? Although the king could have gone there. But tempo wise, I think it's going to be a checkmate, is it not? Or again, it could just move the king, doesn't have to take with the bishop. Yeah. So we get a check and we get their queen off the board. The snowball's just getting bigger and bigger here. So from a very bad start, it wasn't the opening we wanted. Basically, I think the opponent could have taken a lot more advantage of our terrible opening, but they didn't, and they've resigned. Okay, interesting game. Let's just have a quick look at the old analysis here. See, we stick this on. Boom. Quick look through, and to me, that's wrong, isn't it? You know, we've given up a piece here, sacrificed in a sense, left it there. We're attacking a higher piece with a lesser piece. maybe it's not wrong because we are attacking a higher piece which we can get for free. So they do capture, and then we push on to the knight. Okay, so maybe it's not too bad, it's just we don't practice that way. Okay, next 45-15. Let's develop the knights like we do, supporting the pawn. You know, I'm not really a fan of the 4 knights, really. We tend to be a little bit behind, but I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, because we think I don't like the 4 knights anymore. I think I've learnt I don't really like it. Knights just get chased around all over the place. Yeah, it's not much fun. I think the computer just comes back here, doesn't it? Gets hit, jumps here, but then it's not. Come here, but then this knight gets hit. It's not fun. It's not fun. I shouldn't have bothered doing it because it really isn't fun. And then this pawn comes down and hits the knight here. We're just jumping all over the place. I'm going to go all the way back to where it started. Okay, just hitting them. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So we've got nothing. Nothing. Ugh. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Look how close that pawn is now. I'm gonna have to bring the queen here to put a 2-on-1, but then they come and bring their bishop supporting, or the knight supporting, whichever. Yeah, got his queen on here. It's all such a rubbish set play. It's just not very, what's the word, skillful, just too tactical. So now we're going to try and improve our position as best possible. Yucky opening with the 4 knights. Luckily the bishop is being entertained, so we should be able to get the knight away. But flimey 9. Oh, he's getting that rook for free. But the problem they've got is this. I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so they do take. So let's just get this here now. So he's going to want to save his knight, wants to get his knight back out again. Development of the pieces over greedy munching, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so he wanted to get the knight out, definitely. But he's going to lose the knight. So it's a piece for a piece. And that's not magic. We have lost a rook, we're down a rook, which is a higher piece. But as we say, and they've resigned. Saying c3. Okay, obviously we're taking here. Let's have a count of the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would have more pieces. That's probably why they resigned, but it's not resignable, really. Interesting game, that. Interesting game. I do like games like this where then you look at the evaluation afterwards and you see, well, you're not actually in a bad shape. Because the opponents can come out and look really sort of aggressive and grabbing up pieces and that type of stuff. But what we're trying to say all along through our own personal mantra is that greedy munching pieces doesn't necessarily improve your position on the board. And that's a key thing. And it's only from my experience of watching players play and my own games as well, is that, yeah, okay, you can grab a pawn or you can grab a rook, or you can, mostly it's grabbing rooks, you know, doing the fried liver type thing in some fashion or other. And whether it improves your position, you have to be very careful, because just grabbing that rook and feeling, yeah, I'm winning, but then you're not really, because your king's airy, you've not developed your other pieces, you're down tempo because you've grabbed a pawn when you could have worked your pieces together as a team to develop a proper attack or a proper counter attack or a proper defense position to be able to counter properly. So it's being very careful when you're capturing and not necessarily working your pieces as a team and expecting then to fall back into a good position after you've greedy munched. Interesting. I'll play another one because obviously these 45-15s are not lasting that long. Go to the next one, see if there's anything interesting in the next one. I'm going to play a nice long game. Fingers crossed. Okay, playing as black. Again. Oh no, no, no. Abortins. Okay, let's push through the center. Let's attack the pawn. As we do, nothing wrong with this opening position at this moment, and simple capture, and a simple capture again. Queen is out early. Does it stop us from doing anything? Let's hit the queen. I don't know what it's doing out so early. Shall we fianchetto? Yeah, let's fianchetto. Stops the queen from coming to these. Knight's coming out now. So it's going to be hovering around our area like a bad smell. Let's bring the bishop here. Pawn that's got no protection at the minute. Not that I'm a greedy munching pawn grabber. There we go. And the queen at this moment in time is stopping this type of situation. I'm going to get the knight and prepare the lines for castling either side. Smaller piece attacking higher piece. Send the queen away. Now they're beating us to the punch. Bishop's protecting this pawn at the minute. We do have a 2-on-1, but we can't do anything until we do this, and the bishop attacks. I could save that. Don't need to rush that. Let's stay opposite their king. Yeah, let's not rush that. Stay opposite the king. Close enough to... and then get queenside castled if we're going, or we might castle kingside anyway. Because we got a lot of company for our king. They're not interested in getting involved in that. And what have they done? Attacking the pawn, attacking this. Castle. Let's castle. They'll be rushing to get castled. What's happening here? The knight's attacking the queen. Move their dead quickly. Could look to just get their queen off the board. Let's hit their queen. King's got enough company, I think, but they're not interested in any of that. We can put the check like we said before, but is that going to be a waste? Check. Bishop just comes as a block, that's why I'm not interested. Then we can go here. Maybe they just drop the king. I think that might be a good check. Going to attack the rook. Obviously the rook goes to defend itself. Doesn't do that. It's coming for a checkmate here. His king's got this. We do have a momentary check on the king here, but the queen will take. Anything else? I mean, this pawn can push up anyway, so we can just take the rook first. He has to move. And the pawn can hit the knight. And then don't want the queen stuck in limbo type thing. Could grab a pawn, but I'm really more looking at getting a better position to get this king. Rook opposite the king. Push the pawn now. No. There must be something. I'm going to do this first. Get the rook opposite the king. They'll be probably looking to fianchetto, so the rook is hitting the queen. Oh no. Is that any good? Take a pawn while we put the check on. Just on a dart square, but we'll put a check on again. Careful. Can I save the bishop at all? Well, the bishop's not, I don't have to take. Just keep doing this, and then the knight comes here. The knight goes there. Oh, bishop can put the check on. Alright, let's go here. Or in fact, the queen can take the pawn with the check. Either way, one of them can do that. So if the queen comes here, they can go there. Puts pressure on them to move down, doesn't it? Yeah, so they're gonna have to move down. It's a shame their queen is. Oh, push on to the knights. Are we sending the knight to a good place? Yes, we are. It's attacking the queen. Knight up. Knight up. To attack this pawn. That's a bit much, isn't it? I feel like I'm losing out on something here. Position. I'm going to try that. Oh, it's coming for the checkmatey thing again. Well, it's not checkmate, is it? We can move. He goes check. We come across. Yeah, so it's not that major. So we could still continue with this, looking for the queen to do this. They come and check. We move. Does the knight have some funky? We move. The king, queen. No, the bishop will take. Yeah. Actually, we're not going to go that way. We're going to go this way. Because his knight's going to take. He's got a 2-on-1 there. Oh, you having a laugh at you? Come on, damn. Didn't even see that. He's got problems, hasn't he? Check. And mate. Surely the knight's not going anywhere. Oh my word. 9 moves. E5. Oh, it's pushing the pawn now. See, when I'm in these situations like this, I'm going to say you because, you know, I do see other players playing like this, but I don't know what they're thinking. You just want to be squishing the king with your minor or major pieces. You're not thinking, oh, let's push this pawn in this situation. The king is right there, so why not hit the king? You know, keep them checks going. And that's what we've been practicing in the later part of this year, is about maintenance of the checks on the king once we've got that type of position, to try and keep that pressure on, because that's what opponents do to me. You know, when they've got a sniff of a check on my king, then they kind of like keep on going and keep that pressure on and keep the pressure on key pieces. And it's nice to see, but not when it's done to yourself, because you're having to really fight against it. So that's what we're attempting here. We're just trying to keep that pressure on, looking at what we can potentially do. And I didn't see the bishop taking the bishop, I must admit. I was so focused on getting my knight here or here initially. Yeah, so coming up here, then they take the bishop, so that did shock me, but we still have this pressure point here. So practicing keeping the pressure on the king did work. And yet again and again, so small incremental steps of keeping that pressure on and trying to find the better position on the board